We're here with Michael Pohl of Michael Pohl Photography, located at 505 West 2nd Street, Site D in Antioch, California. And we wanted to talk with Michael a little bit today about his community service and taking it upon himself to start cleaning up his business area. And Mike, can you explain to everybody and share kind of what you've been doing?
Yeah, so I've been working with the city, and we've been forming a partnership with Public Works and the merchants downtown to redo some of the benches and clean some of the sidewalks and paint some of the places that just need to be repainted. Most of the benches I've done so far are on G, 2nd, and 3rd, and then we've done some painting along 2nd Street and then picking up trash all around downtown. Yeah, so I was cleaning a bench in front of one of the businesses over on G Street, and the city manager was on his way to City Hall and stopped by and noticed me power washing the benches. So he stopped by to say hi and thank me and talk a little bit. It's good for the community. There's not a lot of people down here actually doing something about it, and they need to be doing something about it. My dad used to say if everyone did a little, no one would have to do a lot. And I agree with that. So if everyone just did a little bit, you wouldn't have to have the city doing a ton of things. I like downtown. I like the vibe that downtown gives off. Being up on the water like this is great, as well as the history downtown. There's a lot of historic buildings, a lot of cool facts downtown, and the vibe of the merchants downtown is really fun. It's just a really great spot to be and a beautiful spot to be. And I've also been working with the city about forming a downtown district or a better merchants association or something to kind of get more events and more revitalization downtown. So some of the organizations that have been extremely beneficial to me and my business have been, first off, the Antioch Chamber of Commerce. It got me connected with a lot of the political figures that I'm able to team up with and make things happen. And the other organization has been the Rotary Club. The Rotary Club is a service organization that does a lot for the city of Antioch. And so it gives me access to a lot more services and possibilities and opens up a lot of fun possibilities. Yeah, I don't like the negative stigma that Antioch has, especially downtown. A lot of people think the crime's really high down here, that it's dirty and it's not paid attention to. I'm down here all the time. The crime's not as bad as everyone thinks it is. It's not as dirty as everyone thinks it is. I have a lot of clients that come down and they don't even realize Antioch's up against the water, which is kind of crazy to me. But yeah, and so I got kind of tired of waiting, and I've only been around a short time, but looking at the history of it, there's a history of nothing being done. And so I just figured I'd take it upon myself. As far as a mentor locally, Sean Wright's been a big one. When I joined, he was the CEO of the Chamber of Commerce, and now he's the mayor. I've known Sean for a while. He was my scout leader growing up. And so he's really been good at helping me out and making sure I knew who to talk to and how to get certain things done, as well as other various figures in the Chamber of Commerce and some other local people have been great. Networking is extremely important. You don't know exactly who has the same ideas for you or who can help you make your mission go a little better until you get out and start talking to people and find out that there's a lot of people downtown that want downtown to be better, or someone that has access to something that can make something else happen. You don't know that unless you actually get out and talk to people. The big one lately has been Infinity Painting with Tom Hartrick. He's been helping with some of the paint, which has been great. And then as well as some of the downtown businesses that have allowed me to use their water. So Rivertown Treasure Chest, Urban Jumble, Oddly Unique, Rose Time of Day, Manic Mama, as well as some of the other, Steve's Freelance, a couple of the other businesses like that have either given me access to something or given me materials to actually help the project. I would really like to see some sort of downtown business district, whether it's a formal district or an association that forms, something that can help with just the political part of downtown and making things move the way they should, and supplying funding and getting grants for some of the projects that maybe the city can't do or doesn't have the budget to. Because there are other parts of Antioch. Antioch's not just all downtown. And I understand that, and I know most of the other merchants do, and I'd love to see something that focuses specifically on downtown because it is a really good spot that is underused. Since opening my business, probably one of the big challenges is actually opening up downtown. There's a lot of stigma against downtown for some reason that isn't necessarily true. And then the other thing is just kind of my age. I am a little bit younger than most people in the business community. I do stick out quite a bit. Um, but it's, people see your work and they see things that you do, and age doesn't really matter too much. I've been doing photography since I was little. So I got my first camera way back in elementary school, and I ended up having that most of elementary school. I got a nicer camera in middle school that had a lot more advanced controls, and then eventually getting a DSLR in high school, and it just kind of took off from there. Obviously downtown, I really like Waldy Plaza area and down along the railroad tracks and that kind of scenic walk that's along the river there. And I also love going to Contra Loma. Contra Loma is another favorite of mine. So social media has been great for both the projects downtown and my business. I run the Beauty of Antioch page, so that kind of brings a lot of positive light to Antioch and downtown, which in turn brings positive light to my business. As well as I'm able to reach out and say, hey, I need paint for X, Y, and Z, or I need help doing this and that. And businesses or friends can pop up and say, hey, I can help you with that on this day or that day. And it helps get things done, which is great.